Hello trainers, Ganeto here, and today we're diving together into Great League on the open meta with a double flying at the back with Shadow Zapdos content. So Shadow Zapdos is an amazing Pokemon at the closing part, but of course it is afraid of certain threats, something like a Bastiodon, something like a Stunfisk, or even the almighty Lantern. So with Pelipper in the way and the aggressive switch to draw out that Pokemon like we do over here on the Bastiodon, we are gonna be on a very good spot with Whiskas to farm down and then Shadow Zapdos to close any battle at all. So this team has pure strategy on its arsenal, and you might be wondering why Ganeto are you using Whiskas over Swampert. Swampert is the ultimate closer of Go Battle League, and of course you can have a lot of good leads up in front. Well, that's mainly because of the flyers, because I want my Blizzard over that Sludge Wave or Earthquake that Swampert has, since we can threat even the flyers, and this team is gonna need the coverage, especially against Altaria. So we're just gonna go ahead and nuke them down now with the Blizzard. If they block, it's absolutely fine, so down goes the shield, and now my Shadow Zapdos can go to town. I saw that they had Bastiodon, so there must be a grass type at the back, perhaps a Victor Bell, so let's reach now to the ultimate amount of energy. They're gonna reach to the Shadow Ball here, which is a bummer, but still we have one Drill Peck ready to go after the Thunderbolt, and that was the initial plan. Down they go. At the back there is gonna be the Trevenant, the grass type that we were waiting for. However, they can survive 1, 2, 3 mud shots, and down they go before they even reach to that Seed Bomb. That was a pretty cool and close victory for our team. Into the next one now, and we're facing the Stunfisk up in front, pretty cool lead, and now we're having the Shadow Zapdos coming in pretty clutch against the Pelipper. We can even tank one whole Weather Ball, which is neat, and now the Drill Peck will take the first shield out of the way. Another one coming up. They cannot farm down easily with those wing attacks, however we're gonna fall short, and despite the good IVs that I have on my Shadow Zapdos, we cannot survive the pressure from the resisted wing attacks. This Weather Ball now is gonna be taken pretty easily. At the back they have the grass type of their own, but now Whiskas is gonna go to town with the Blizzard. Down they go, out of the way to the Boomtown, and now Whiskas stands victorious up against the Stunfisk as well. Galvantula in the next one, so let's stay in the battle with Whiskas and try to pressure a lot here. So you can expect always an energy ball on the lower ranks of Go Battle League, and of course the Lance is gonna be the most common move, but still energy ball can absolutely threat us down. So hopefully no energy ball here, just the standard moves that I can assume with Lance and Discharge. I'm gonna block the next one because I have a feeling that they are gonna block for the second time, and you already know that we need those two shields out of the way while we keep ours for the end game and the Zapdos to sweep the entire team. So at this point, gonna get as close as I can to the Hurricane. Hopefully we can bait here, but we cannot. Obviously it was super close to that, and we are just gonna not reach the Hurricane at all. Just gonna get to the second Weather Ball, and we took that shield out of the way. This is looking pretty promising. Just gonna try and pressure a lot here with the Pelipper while they are going for the bait. You know what, we don't care at all. Now Zapdos can go in. Definitely gonna block the next move because I don't care what it is. They already used one Power Up Punch, and this can hurt a lot. Down they go. What do you have at the back? It is gonna be the Swampert trainers, and we have the double Drill Peck ready to go. One for the almost 60% of total HP, and one more for the lethal damage. Let's get it. Shadow Zapdos going to town once again. Proceeding into the next one, and we're facing Altaria up on the lead. So Whiskas here with the Blizzard is gonna do a ton of work, but we have to block in exchange. So here comes out the first block on that Sky Attack, and I'm pretty sure we can one-shot down with the Blizzard. However, if they block, things are not gonna be towards our ending, because towards our favor, because now they can still keep pressuring with those Dragon Breaths, and I'm pretty sure that we might be able to win this if we bait correctly here. So here comes now my Mud Bomb, and hopefully we can take that shield out of the way. Let's get now to the Blizzard, but they end up catching, and that was not intended. So yeah, pretty nice catch from the enemy, and I believe that this is gonna be able to apply a lot of pressure on my end now, because even though I can go in with my Pelipper and farm down and get to the Hurricane against the Altaria, we are not gonna be able to finish them off right on time, and now we have to rely on the Shadow Zapdos for the closing part. So Shadow Zapdos going in, but we cannot even reach to that Drill Peck, and they reach to the Dazzling. So much energy from that Altaria, and down we freaking go. That was not a very good battle, but they made an amazing cut, so totally understandable. Into the next one now with that Trevenant upon the lead. We hate to see those, so now into that Dugong, and of course Pelipper is gonna have the Hurricane, but they decide to block because now they can definitely debuff our Pokemon. So Icy Wind will be taken from my Pelipper, trying to reach now to the Hurricane, but they end up using another Icy Wind to finish me off. You know what, I'm pretty glad that this happened, because now we can definitely reach to the Mud Bomb before they debuff us. And we're gonna do a decent amount of damage at them, while we can still keep our Zapdos for the closing part. We know that they have one Trevenant, so Whiskas here is not gonna be needed much. Another Mud Bomb, almost down they go, and they're gonna reach to their next move. You know what, I'm gonna take this Icy Wind, then switch out to my Shadow Zapdos, because now we can farm down with this while we take minimal amount of damage and we do not risk of getting debuffed. Let's get now to the Drill Peck against that Trevenant. We can definitely reach another one. They come in with that Talonflame, and Thunderbolt is gonna connect for big damage. Even the Great is not enough to bring that Talonflame out of the battle with a little bit amount of HP, and the Drill Peck to the Trevenant, and that is a solid victory. Jellicent is another Pokemon that we are not a big fan of with this line, but hopefully we have a much better structured team around it, other than this Altaria that we had before. Anyways, let's get now to the Hurricane. Big damage on the Jelly. They thought we were baiting, but we are not. Let's get now to the Weather Ball, and they are gonna take it out of the way, and another water type Pokemon in the back, this time Azumarill. You do not see teams aligned like this every single day, ABA team styles, but still they might be a little bit too tricky. So Whiskas now is gonna get into the battle, because we want to get that energy out of the Azumarill as soon as possible, but they are over farming, and you know what, just gonna reach now to the Mud Bomb, able to get that Azumarill pretty low that we might actually farm it down or just finish it off with the next Mud Bomb. So here it comes, down they go. What lights at the back? It is gonna be the Talonflame, and this is not looking that well, trainers. We still need to get to those moves if we want to have any chance, while those Incinerates are gonna hurt a lot after that Flame Charge. Able to get now to a little bit of lag, so now we're gonna get to the Drill Peck. Hopefully they did not pass through one Incinerate. You saw that FPS drop. We are gonna survive that final Incinerate, and before the next one is registered, we're gonna reach to the third Drill Peck in a row, and that is an amazing victory for our team. Jellicent once again, but this time with Hex over Bubble, and we're gonna get into the battle with our Pelipper. Oh boy, I remember this one. So we're gonna get the Ice Beam here, yeah. So we're having now the Hurricane over that Jelly. So the problem with Jelly is that nowadays you cannot expect anything from that Pokemon, because it might run, you can actually expect anything, because it might run Surf, it might run Shadow Ball, or even Ice Beam, while the fast attack can either be a Bubble or Hex. They are both dealing a certain amount of damage to certain matchups, so yeah, everything is acceptable from Jelly. So here comes now the Weather Ball, and of course if they want to play it like a debuffer, they can always do that with that Bubble Beam. So this one is having the Shadow Ball, and I will try to take the second one as well. I don't care if that is gonna be another Shadow Ball. Down we go. So Shadow Zapdos here is gonna go to town now with all that energy. Talonflame comes in once again, but this time we're gonna nuke it pretty early into the battle. At the back there is gonna be the Venusaur, and unfortunately we are not gonna see another nuke. So against Swampert, the Mud Boy battle, let's see who is gonna be the better one. So Mud Bomb is here, is gonna do a lot of work against them, while they need 2 of those Hydro Cannons to finish me off. I need 3 of the Mud Bombs, and that can be a game changer for this battle. So Hydro Cannon number 1, let's see if we can try and catch the move on the Pelipper. Of course we can, they had to throw before our Mud Bomb, so that's why I was expecting it. And they come into the battle with that Pidgeot. You know what, I'm gonna take it. Seeing the Pidgeot always makes me think that they might have a Noctowl as well at the back, so let's see how this is gonna unfold. and it's gonna be the Hurricane. From my part, they are gonna take it but still survive after that big debuff from that Feather Dance, able to get now to my Mud Bomb, and they are gonna take it happily. So I'm gonna take their move in return. Doesn't matter if that is gonna be a Brave Bird, we can still take it down with our Zapdos and still reach to the Drill Peck against that Swampert. Good thing about Swampert is that we can win all those CMPs while we can pressure a lot with lethal damage up against them. Hydro Cannon though has to be blocked. At the back there is gonna be the Noctowl, so we guessed correctly. Let's reach to that final boom and the Thunderbolt. Out of the way the Noctowl is. We got to block here, but the battle is not over yet. This is a race to the next charge attack. Hopefully though this is not gonna be a CMP, and even if the next one is gonna be a CMP, we can definitely win this, and Shadow Zapdos is gonna destroy down this enemy with back-to-back nukes, and that is a great game for our team. Into the final one, trainers, and we're having the Stunfisk up on the lead, the Unova form of the Stunfisk. We can pressure a lot with those Mud Bombs. Pelipper coming in, pretty nice catch by the enemy. I was trying to go for the pretty early one. I don't know why I should have gotten to the overextended farm, but it did not happen at all. So yeah, I'm gonna take it towards my mistake here. And now we're gonna reach to those Drill Pecks to pressure a lot the Pelipper. I was expecting a seal at some point, but then it hit me. They have a Unova Stunfisk, they do not like that, so they're just gonna go in and try to farm it down, but they end up using some energy, and you know what? That's pretty fine, that's pretty fine. Mud Bomb on my Zapdos, and even resist it, yeah, it is gonna be fatal, of course, because of this amount of HP. Mud Bomb now from my Whiskas, and with Shadow Zapdos out of the way, it's all up to the Pelipper to close this battle. We can definitely survive one move here. I'm just gonna take it pretty early. It's gonna be just an Ice Punch, no reason to block, and now the Weather Ball is gonna take out this Medi. Stunfisk returns, and we have to pressure a lot now with our Pelipper. The battle is not over yet, but to be honest, we got a healthy Whiskas at the back. So this move is gonna take the shield out of the way, and you know what, now we can definitely go down while our Whiskas is gonna pressure a lot with a double Mud Bomb scenario. And yeah, look at how little damage they can do at us. Down they go and they leave this battle. So that's all, trainers, and that's gonna be a wrap, everyone. Thank you for watching, trainers. Just be sure to leave a huge like before you go, subscribe to the channel if you already haven't, and if you want to support even more, well, joining as a member can always help with that matter. Thank you once again, and I hope to see you all into the next one. Take care, trainers.